long time no see. Welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So, how have you been? What have you been up to? Anything fun? Spring's coming. Are we excited? I am. I would say spring and fall are like my two favorite seasons because it's not too hot, it's not too cold. Like it's just perfect weather. You know what I mean? Um, we're getting there. Some days are warmer than others. Some days are cold still. So we're still in the but on those warm days, I'm feeling good. On the cold days, not so much. Been working a lot myself. How about you all? Working? Have any time to yourself? I don't have any. But I did want to touch base on some new products that I've gotten and some new exciting things that are coming. And just to see what you guys have been up to. What have you gotten? Have you gotten anything new? Anything exciting that you all have seen that you're interested in? I can't really say that I've been keeping up, so to say. Like, I sort of have been. Obviously, I work at Ulta, so I do see the new stuff coming in, and some of it is quite exciting. Um, but some of it is like cute, but like I don't like it doesn't make sense. Okay, I'll explain. I'll explain. So let's start with what I'm wearing. And I will say that I'm I need to buy more from this brand. I've got a few things, and so far I've been highly, highly happy with what I've purchased. But I mean, they do have a full line, and I think I need to really step into that. Um, I'm learning there's certain brands that I'm like not so much into. You know what I mean? Not keeping my eye on, so to say, that I used to. And then there's certain brands that I'm all about still to this day. So let's start with About Face. That is the brand that has really intrigued me. When I first started working at Ulta, I had no clue, like nothing about this brand. Like I couldn't even tell you where it was at, so to say. You know what I mean? And it's in the mass section, so it's not. I don't want to say it's affordable, but it's affordable. You know what I mean? It's not high price tickets. So the first thing that I purchased from them, is that right? Yeah, was the foundation. And then they came out with the powder. Or no, I think I purchased them both at the same time. I actually have two foundations. One I got the wrong shade of. I still have it. I think I can use it come summer. This, though, is the one I've been using. And it's LM2 Neutral. And then I got the Curtain Call in Veil, the powder. And I have really been loving the powder. Um, I think I like the powder more than the foundation, but I love the foundation too, so don't get me wrong there. But if I had to suggest something first, I would say get the powder and then get the foundation. So that's what I've tried from them so far, and I've really enjoyed it. And of course, I've heard people rave about the foundation. That is what perked my interest to begin with. But then when they launched the powder, I was like, okay, it's brand new. I'll get it. I'll try it. I might as well try the foundation that I've heard people rave about, right? And when I say people, I mean like customers, employees, not necessarily like the internet. So I was like, okay, let's get it. And I must say, they were not wrong. This is a really good foundation. It can be built up or it can be very sheer, like however you want to do it. You can apply it with a brush, you can apply it with your sponge. I haven't tried it with my fingers, but I don't try much with my fingers. I'm not a big put my makeup on with my fingers. Certain things, sure, but overall, not so much. The powder is beautiful. The sifter is like just right on it. You could, again could use a powder puff. You could use your brush. Like it's the packaging is really good on this. I really do like it. Even though it does have the lace, thing in it, it's not hard to get the powder out like some products like that are. So those would be my two favorite things that I've really been enjoying. For concealer, I'm just wearing the Item Beauty, just trying to use up some of my concealer. I did set the under eyes though with my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. the rest of the face, I use the About Face. For bronzer and blush, I went with YSL. I know. If you recall, I find preferences change. I don't want to say so often, but they do change. You know what I mean? And when I first purchased the YSL powder, I had just used the Armani, in which I still love. Love the Armani. Okay, I think the money for what you get and the amount of product you get is good. Like, it is a good deal. Now with this, you don't get much product, but I have really fallen in love with this. I don't know why. I I think it has everything. It has the packaging, it has the product, it has the color. The formula is easy to use for a beginner. Like, it's just got it all, you know what I mean? And the same with the blush. I'm wearing Make Me Blush. Is that the name of it, or is that what they all are called? I don't know. It's got a 44 on it, so I don't know why they don't number or they don't like give these a name. This is 02 in the bronzer. But I love this blush. I think that this particular 144 could go for any look. It is a satin. I think I do prefer the matte ones over the satin ones, but both are pretty nonetheless. It's a very pretty color, easy to use. For highlighter, I went old school. Okay, found this when I was putting away my ColourPop stuff. Flexitarian. Look at mine. Y'all, this has been with me for a while, and I keep it pretty sealed up, but you can see that it is starting to maybe dry out a little bit. For the price point, though, you can't beat it. And then, let's see, for eyeliner, I watered my top waterline and bottom waterline with the Natasha Denona Microtech Eye Crayon in brown. And then for the palette today, I decided to go back to the one I just did. And I know I just did a review on it. It's the last video I posted, I know. But the Bloom palette. And it could be that it's just sitting here. And it could be that I really do enjoy the color story. Or it could be that it's just a really good palette. You know, I really can't put my finger on it. But what I will say is that I've been grabbing for it. Now, I've been grabbing for Natasha Denona for years. I love the brand. There's nothing I'm going to really say bad about it. Very few products I don't enjoy. But as far as eyeshadows go, like, I adore her formula. It's easy for me to use. I have no issues. And this is just like right up my, alley. It doesn't go too dark, but it's not too light. It's not all mid-toned. And this is the eye look we're creating. And I kind of thought it was going to be a little too dark. But really, it's just right. It's like right at that line where it's like, I don't feel comfortable. It's too dark. It's too deep. But this is just perfect for me. And I have been wearing this particular palette a good bit. To be fair, I'm not wearing makeup very often. And you would assume that I would, especially considering I work at Ulta. But I don't, because I don't have time. And I'm starting to try to make time, but every time I think I am, something always happens. I don't know if that's like your life or not, but it's most certainly is mine. But let's get started with this. The first shade we're going to go into is Petal. And I'm just going to set my lid with it. I've already did it. I'm just re-showing you, just so you know. Just so you don't think I only went into that one time. And I'm just making sure that it's got just a very light dusting, because I like for my lids to be set. Ooh, the other thing I purchased was okay, so I think I'm going to be all over the place in this video, but I want to touch base on a good bit of things. Naturium, I've been using this sunscreen, right? And did you know that this hole right here is made for you to pump it into and you get the exact amount of sunscreen you need? That's kind of genius in a way, but it's not so easy to get it out, just so you know. So what I did was count it. So I have medium, And then I think I have because they just came out with like light, medium, and dark. And then their original Dew Glow, I guess it's just invisible technically. Um, but what I do is the light was too light, the medium is too dark, right? So I do 3 pumps of the original and 1 pump of this, which 4 pumps kind of fills this little hole right here. And that's what I wear. And it's perfect at that point. Do you need that many? You know, 2 sunscreens? No. But technically, you're going to go through them anyway. So the way I see it, as long as I use the medium before it expires, then I'm not out anything because I'm just using one last pump of the other. You know what I mean? So, and I think that because that is like the sunscreen of choice right now, um, it'll be fine. The other thing is, of course, I love my Caudalie. Is that how you say it? Whatever. Caudalie. No, Caudalie. I don't know. And then I purchased, and I have not tried it yet, or I don't know if this is the same sunscreen. I had a little guy of this, but I don't know if they've reformulated it. But it's the Tatcha, the Silk Sunscreen SPF 50. I don't know if they have reformulated this or not, but I had a little guy that kind of looked like this, and I used it on, loved it. And then of course the tinted, live tinted Hue Guard tint SPF 50 in shade 08. I've really been enjoying that too. So again, I'm trying to stick with sunscreens that are 50 and above, but sometimes it is what it is. You know what I mean? At least I'm wearing a sunscreen. If it's a little less, that is. Then the other thing I got was this MAC Dazzle Shadow Stick. Now I love my matte pots, the like the painterly paint pot or the soft ochre paint pot. Love those, but this isn't exactly the same formula, obviously, but it is close and it does the same thing. Now this one is a shimmer, of course, but I have really liked this gold stud for just inner corner. Now I'm not wearing it today, but just, so you know. There's another one I'm kind of tempted to get for inner corner. Now, I have Bobbi Brown, I have the Laura Mercier, I have the Sigma, I have the MAC now. Did I need this? No. But do I like it? Yeah, I do. And does it come in handy at times? Yes. I think that everybody needs at least one cream stick, preferably a shimmer, because I feel like if you're doing your makeup, you'll have a bronzer for a crease if you needed it. You know what I mean? Of course, you have a highlighter too if you needed it to be a quick look, but something like that I just think is quick and easy. You know what I mean? All right, the next shade we're going to go into is called, I have no idea the name of that. I don't know. This one right here. But I will also say this palette here is really good for like one and done shadows, I've noticed. Like her shadows, her like the metallic sparkly ones, I, I, I can throw one of them on and be done too for a quick look, to be fair. So it's really about preference and what you're looking for and what you're wanting in a palette. And again, you can't really go wrong with any palette that you choose from this brand. Definitely go for one that's more up your colors, that's your color story. I get that things are new and you might want to go that route because it's new, let's grab it. But I would more say, if peach is more your thing, then definitely get this. If, you know, a more nude palette is your thing, then I would go with I need a nude. You know what I mean? Like go with what you're gonna wear the most of that you like, not what other people are saying. But either palette, any palette you choose from this brand, I feel like you can't go wrong. You'll enjoy it if you choose the color story you enjoy. Because, like, I love the I Need a Warm palette, it's a good formula. But I'm really not that into warm tones. but I think I am starting, which is funny. Because I would say that when I first got back into makeup, I was all about the warm tones. But then about 2 years ago, maybe, I would say about 2 years ago, I really started liking the warm tone, or the cool tones, I mean, and not so much the warm tones. Which again is preference, but you would think I would like warm tones since I guess I do lean a little more warm than I do cool, technically, so. But I feel like I can wear either one. But I would say that I feel more confident with the cool tones, where I think technically, like with my skin tone and everything, warm tones would probably look better on me, technically. But sometimes it's not what looks better, it's just how you feel, to be fair. And you, if you're happy wearing yellow, that's what you should do. Okay, now we're going to go into the shade Clover, which is right here. And we're just going to darken up the outer corner here. And up into the crease. But yeah, I would say lately I haven't been wearing much makeup. I've really been more or less like letting my skin breathe. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I think I look better without makeup, to be fair. I don't know how else to say it. Like, I mean, obviously there's flaws, but sometimes I feel like there's more flaws with makeup than without. And that's probably like user error there, obviously. Like today's look, I like it. It's pretty. And I would say it's more the lip choice that I chose today. I don't think I should have necessarily went with this lip. It's throwing me off, and I know I could wipe it off and go, but I'm just too lazy for that, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I'm too lazy for that. Okay, now we're gonna go into the shade Ember. And this threw me, okay? Look at this shade. Its shade name is Ember, so I really thought it was gonna be so much, like, deeper and darker than what it is. But it's almost like it's not a hot ember, it's more of a dying down ember, if that makes sense. It's brighter than I thought it would be, you know? But no complaint. I like the surprise to that. Because I was only going to add it to the outer corner technically. But then I realized it's not as deep and dark as I thought, so I can literally put it over the whole lid and I could leave it like that and be done, obviously. Or I can put a little something to give it even more brightness and make it look even better, in my opinion. Because you know, the shinier, the brighter is just what I do. But all these shadows are so easy to use. No fallout. Love that for me. Well, the one has a little bit of fallout. Okay, now we're going to go into the shade Lush, which is this shade right here. And I'm just going to pick it up with my finger. And I am just going to place it right in the middle of my lid. Like that. Kind of blend it out a little bit. And you can see it definitely puts some brightness in there. But nothing too much. And then I just blended it out a little bit into that shade. And I didn't need to do this, like I said, but I do like a pop of something in the look, you know? And usually my inner corner can do that for me. It gives me everything I want. But I've noticed that while using this palette, I've been doing a lot of like all over the lid and then just tapping something in the middle of my eye for whatever the reason. Now this is the shade you do have to be careful with. It's crisp. It's very flaky, but I adore it. And I just sort of just tap my brush in there, and then I easily tap it on because I mean it flakes very quickly and it'll go all down your face. And I'm just sort of pushing it into the skin first, and then I'll blend it out. And again, like I said, I do get a little bit of fallout with this, so I'm sure that if you sprayed your brush, you wouldn't have any. Have you all participated in the 21 Days of Beauty? I kind of a little bit did, but not much, to be fair. There was a lot of good deals, though. I'm not going to deny that. A lot of expensive brands. But I think I got one or two things, and that was it, to be fair. Okay. Now that I got that done, I know I did the lash, it was half off. I'm pretty sure it's part of the 21 Days of Beauty. I think it was like the first day I did it, but I could be wrong on that. No, it was the very first day. And and of course I've had this in the black, and I'm glad I got, like, I think that's my newest thing. Every time there's a sale on a mascara, if they got a brown and it's 50% off, I'm gonna give it a whirl just to see if I like it. I do like the Lash Shadow formula, and I do like this color, so that's a plus for me. I don't know if it's my favorite. I'm still a big fan of the Lash Clash, and even the Tartelette tubing mascara in brown, I'm a big fan of still. So, but the more I use this, the more I'm liking it, and it does, like, give me length and separation, and it really does get down to the base. You do have to be careful. If you poke yourself, it's gonna hurt, but it definitely gives me length and, everything I'm wanting, technically. So I have been enjoying it. And it's in brown. I don't know what my obsession with brown is lately, but I have been enjoying it a lot. And mascaras do matter to me because I don't do false lashes. So I have to have something that's gonna, do something for my lashes. I'm not expecting miracles, but something. Okay. See, it definitely does something for my lashes, though, don't you think? And at half off, like, that's the price of a drugstore mascara, if you ask me. I guess it does give me volume, too. And then I'm just going to put a little bit on the lower lashes. Nothing major. Just to sort of see them there. I'm trying to think of what else I've been trying lately. That I've liked or not liked. Really, there's nothing I don't like. It's just, what I spend my money on it again, probably not type of situation. Like, I'm not going to return it because I'm just not. I'll use it in some fashion, or I can give it to somebody. But I probably would buy it again. I feel like I would buy this mascara again. Would I try to wait for it to be 50% off? Yes. Yes, I would. But I would do that with about anything, too. I do have the new Pat McGrath palette comment, the new ColourPop and Toy Story collection comment. And then, so the thing I was talking about earlier, about like cute packaging, but I don't know how it's going to be used. I'm not going to show it to you right now, but I will tell you what it is. It is Nyx in the Minecraft movie. It's adorable. Like the presentation for it is absolutely stunning. It's cute. It's not stunning. It's cute. Very. I would say it definitely catches 13, the tweens, 13 and younger's attention. I have no idea about the product inside. The product, as far as if it's good quality, as far as like, I'm not very even sure how you functionally it's going to work. We shall see. I thought I had purchased one of all of them, but I missed one, so I actually have to get it. But then a review will be coming. I believe I'm going to pick it up tomorrow, so you know, hopefully by Friday I can get it filmed. That's the plan. Mm, I don't know exactly how it's going to go because I don't know if Nyx has this in their line, to be fair. So we shall see. But the packaging is cute. Especially for, like I said, tweens and under. My daughter, the youngest daughter, she's what, 12 now? She thought it was cute, and the grandkids absolutely love it. So that's something. But yeah, overall, I think that's everything I've gotten in lately that I'm either liking, enjoying, or just using up to get rid of it. But yeah, those are my thoughts, especially after playing with them for some time, now, because I've definitely know how I feel. It's not a first impression at this point. Like, I've really been either pulling for those specific products to use that I just spoke of, or I it's all right, but I wouldn't buy it again type of thing. And as far as where they rank in my overall thing, um, I would say the YSL's right there with my Pat McGrath, so it's a favorite. The bronzer and blush, to be fair. Highlighter, you can't really go wrong with ColourPop Super Shock shadows, or highlighters, or blushes. Like, the price point versus what you're getting, can't really beat that. The lipstick, it is Hourglass. One of their, this one here, it is, let me see what the name of it is. Let me see. The name of this is You Can Find Me. So it's like somebody got into my makeup, by the way, too. They did a number on it. But I do remember, I've used this quite a bit, actually, this particular shade. I do not like it now. So it's a preference thing. Formula, still love the formula of this, still love the packaging of this. It's a weapon. But formula wise, or color wise, I mean, I think I'm out of this phase, to be fair. I'm definitely more into pinky nude colors, I would say. Almost either pinky nude, peachy nude, which is odd there again. Or just more leaning towards pink, not a bright pink, but like a lip color almost. So this, love the formula, love the lipstick, not the color. But everything else I really enjoyed. I think the look turned out really well. Oh, I did try the well, I didn't try, I've been trying. The Lawless Shape Up Soft Fill Brow Pencil. I have mine in blonde. It's an okay match, I guess. The brow color. Um, the pencil is, I would say it's like a teardrop, maybe. I don't know, but I have been enjoying it. Easy to use. It's not too thick. It's not too thin. It doesn't break. It's got a spoolie on the other end. Um, yeah, I've really been liking it, and I actually bought two of these because they were 50% off. I don't know why, but they were. So I do have this, and I have been enjoying it. So that was the other new thing, yeah. So that's it, guys. It's been a long video. I apologize again. It's been a while since I've been able to sit down and film, so obviously I have a lot to say because I've missed everything. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. What are you most excited about coming out? What have you seen? Like, I know you see more than what I see, so let me know. And let me know if there's anything that maybe I should get, maybe, or that I've missed. Because chances are I could have missed it, or chances are I have it, and I just haven't had time to film. But let me know, because if I haven't, and I just haven't had time to film it, then I need to get on it. But yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I upload every now and then. We'll go with that. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.